Here's something I didn't expect about closing a house in the Dominican Republic. After signing everything, my lawyer actually took all of the documents with her to get it notarized later on that day. So I signed without a notary even being in there. At first, I thought, wait, what? But apparently, that's how the process works here. This is day 12 of my 30-day YouTube challenge where I take you behind the scenes of our real journey as we prepare to move from Miami to the Dominican Republic, step by step before we actually make the move. But before I jump in, I want to take a quick moment to say Happy Veterans Day to all of my fellow veterans and families out there. Thank you for your service, your sacrifice, and your strength. As a veteran myself, I know how much this life teaches us. Yesterday, in day 11, was day 11. I shared what to expect on closing day. Today, I'm walking you through what happens right after closing, the notarization process, utility transfer, and how long it really took for us to get the title in our name. So let's jump right in. At closing, I signed the compraventa, which is the final sales contract, in front of my lawyer and the seller's lawyer. What surprised me was that my lawyer took all the documents back to her office. Now, she said that the notary would come later on by day to notarize everything all at once because apparently, uh, once the lawyers themselves witness the signatures, that seems to be a standard practice. Now, I don't know. I'm curious if you ever bought property in the Dominican Republic. Was that your experience? Let me know in the comments. So, at the closing table, my lawyer had me sign an authorization form to for a third party so that this third party could transfer the electric bill into our name. Now, that was an extra $150 fee, and I paid it in cash at the closing table. Now, to me, that was totally worth it because not only it avoids me the back and forth with the utility company, but also I wasn't going to stay in the Dominican Republic to get that con- actually done. So that was done for me, and I paid an extra fee. So now, once I signed the three original copies of the compraventa, which would let it be notarized, I went to grab something to eat and waited for the notary process to be complete. And then so we officially closed on the property on August 28th, and our title was transferred into our name on November 3rd. So it took about 2 months, which I thought was kind of reasonable. It's just kind of like the same thing that happens here in the US. So right after closing and before I went to eat, I met with the property manager to go over the lease agreement for our new tenants. But I will share this story. I will save that story for tomorrow. Now, buying what I want you guys to take away is that buying abroad comes with surprises, guys. But if you're patient and you try the process, things do move forward in the Dominican Republic. What I've noticed, the difference between the US and the Dominican Republic is that in the Dominican Republic, there seems to be a lot of human built trust in how things are done there. And even though not everything happens instantly, like in the US, like it happens here, it actually gets done, right? And remember, I'm not a lawyer, I'm just documenting our real experience to help make your journey a little smoother. If you found this helpful, please hit the like button, but most importantly, hit the subscribe as I'm documenting every step before making our big move. If you want my free 7-step property buyers checklist to help guide you before you buy, email me at info@livingindrguide.com with the subject the 7-step checklist, and I will send it directly into your inbox. Tomorrow in day 13, I'll share how we handle our first lease agreement for our new property and what to watch for if you ever plan to rent your property in the Dominican Republic. Thank you for following along with me, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.